Right. Michael Ragusa is a Brooklyn-born city worker looking to make a difference in the city he loves. And Joan and Arthur know Michael because he's part of the Friars Club and does a lot of the activities and things that they have there. But he's also putting himself forward to run for Congress, and he joins us in this little candidate spotlight that we're going to have for the next 2 nights. Michael, welcome. It's good to have you. Kevin McCullough's my name. Glad you're here.
Hey, Kevin, it's great to be with you. I'm actually running for city council. It was previously Congress, but we decided that a local race would probably be best.
You know, this sometimes happens in New York politics. I remember someone, who was it, just a couple of years ago, a couple of cycles ago, was going to run for mayor, and then they said, no, I'm going to run for some lower office, and then he ended up not running at all. And so I'm not surprised. But so you want to represent the city and city council. You want to represent your district, your people. Tell us about what the voters in South Brooklyn are looking for.
Well, first, let me just say that right now it's called District 43, which represents Bay Ridge, Dyker Heights, Bath Beach, and a little bit of Bensonhurst. City Council is currently trying to redistrict the lines for some odd reason, and they want to call it District 38, which would just be Bay Ridge and Sunset Park. With that being said, the voters in my neighborhood are, you have to understand, Bay Ridge is a very working class, blue-collar neighborhood. People are very purple here. They're not red. They're not blue. They're moderates. The current person in office is so out of the loop and out of touch with the voters in his district. He defunded police. He wants to put homeless shelters in our district when he told us he didn't want homeless shelters here. He caused the city an $850,000 lawsuit for abusing an autistic person when he worked for Vidi Gentile. This is the kind of person right now that is running my district, and it's a shame because Bay Ridge used to be one of the most coveted neighborhoods in all of New York City.
Yeah, no, and I think that in a lot of ways people still think of it in that light. Michael, talk to me about what skill set you bring to the table and why the voters in South Brooklyn need to choose you as their choice.
Well, right off the bat, I'll tell you, I was EMS for 7 years. I did 2 years in Flushing Hospital. Flushing is a very melting pot like Bay Ridge. It has, Indian people, Asian people, white people, and then I moved over to FDNY EMS, and I was in Chelsea. I was in West Village. I worked with all kinds of people, so I know what the people want in New York City. Certain politicians are lifetime politicians. I've never been a politician. I've talked to real people. I know their problems, kitchen table problems. I'm working class myself. I still work for the city. And, it's hard to live in this city right now. Inflation and taxes, things just keep adding on and adding on.
What about the crime issue for your particular district? How has that been impacted this year, and what are your plans on that topic?
Right. So, Kevin, like I said, Justin Brennan, he voted to defund the police after the wake of the whole George Floyd stuff, where all police departments in this country were being ridiculed and looked at for just one mistake. So right now in Bay Ridge, I'll just read you some numbers, and this is straight off CompStat. This is not made up. This is right off the NYPD website. So I'll read you some disturbing numbers. In sex crimes in Bay Ridge are up from last year, 116.7%. Grand larceny is up 56%. You go to another area of Justin Brennan's, which is Dyker Heights right now, and Bath Beach and Bensonhurst. Murder is up 300%. You have shootings up 100%. Rape, 114.3%. This is direct effects of the progressives defund the police rhetoric. So, Bay Ridge, Dyker Heights, Bensonhurst, this was never like this. 10 years ago, even 5 years ago, you would never see these kinds of incidents and this kind of jump in crime.
Michael, if people want to support you and help send Justin home, where do they go? How do they get involved in your campaign, and where can they make a contribution to you?
Right. So right now it's still very early, but we do have a campaign website up. We are taking donations. Ragu, 4, NYC.com. You can go right on there. You can donate. We're going to have fundraisers very soon. We're going to get some endorsements. We're starting this very early because I believe that I can be the one to bring Bay Ridge back to the most coveted neighborhood in the whole city.
All right. Well, we wish you well on that, Michael, and obviously you've got your finger on the pulse of some of the issues there, and I think you're right for what it's worth, and I wish you well. Thanks for being with us tonight.
Thank you, Kevin. I hope you have a great day.
You got it.